My name's Phil Lee, I'm the CEO of the Gordon Murray Group. We specialise in ultra-exclusive supercars, and part of our DNA is the driver-focused experience and also the ultimate in terms of supercar engagement. When you're growing a company as quickly as we are, you need to cope with a number of challenges, both in terms of the skill base of the people and the way that they interact with each other, but also the fact that you're managing people on multiple different sites, and you need an IT system that can cope with those challenges on a day-to-day basis, both in terms of a tactical and also a strategic direction. Part of the current challenges we have are the speed of information that you need and also the accuracy of that information in order to be able to cope with the growth of the business.
My name's Wayne Clements. I'm the head of IT here at Gordon Murray Group. So a real big challenge for us was the time taken to onboard new members of staff, or even just to set up new laptops. We have quite a specialised set of software and applications that we use here at the business. So the team was spending between 2 and 3 hours each time basically setting up each new machine, which is a huge drain, especially on a business that's been expanding to the extent that we have. Previously, we were purchasing laptops as sort of one-off large capital expenses. The problem there was obviously we have these huge sort of peaks and troughs throughout the year of expense, and that was quite challenging in regards to sort of managing budgets, especially trying to react to how the business was growing. Apogee came aboard and really did a bit of a deep dive on a number of areas. Specifically, we touched on how long it was taking us to set up and onboard new users. Apogee were able to look at that with us and to come up with a really good, strong plan on how we can use the technology that we already have, in order to help the team become a lot more efficient. So the key benefits that I'm already seeing within the team, obviously as mentioned, that the time saved is hours and hours a week for that first line team, which is fantastic for us. And it's also giving that team far more job satisfaction because they're not just sat doing repetitive tasks anymore. We're able to deploy devices within minutes. We're able to deploy those devices securely as well. These are Windows 11 devices. They're deployed with a uniform standard that's much more aligned to the CIS cybersecurity standards. From my point of view, it means the resources that I have within the business are just able to do more with their time. A real big advantage for me as well, certainly as the person who controls and manages the budget, is that now we've moved to an OPEX model away from a CAPEX model, is my costs are far more predictable, and it means even if we do have these sudden requirements to scale up parts of the business, it means it's really not hitting that budget headline. It means I'm not having to try and move things around. It's just a real good, more intelligent way of us working. As far as our employees go, as far as our end users go, their lives have been made a lot easier in the fact that we can react to things now within the team so much quicker. It means the team can also do so much more remotely. We can now support them far more efficiently. They've all received upgraded hardware, HP hardware that's been fantastic. So really from their point of view, it's been a night and day change.
Hi, I'm Rajay Chauhan, IT Support and Services Lead here at Gordon Murray. Once Apogee had completed the consultation process, we were then able to deploy Autopilot. Autopilot has helped my team massively. It's reduced the time that they've done imaging laptops from a manual process to more of an automated process. Once Autopilot is implemented, it's easy for our users to connect to our network, use their login details to log in, and it automatically pulls their profile, configures their emails, configures OneDrive. So it's a complete streamlined process for them from start to finish. We used to have roughly 60 to 70 models throughout the company here. We've now reduced that just to 2 devices. One is the CAD engineering laptop, one is a standard laptop. So we had multiple numbers of group policies on our on-prem Active Directory. This has now been migrated through to Microsoft Intune, which is a modern device management solution which helps us all under one platform.
Working with Apogee It's actually been really great, really refreshing. In fact, the people that first came to meet us are still the same people that we're talking about now. You know, Max has been involved from day one. He's able to escalate any issues that we do have. He's taken an interest in our business. He actually understands our business really well. And we really feel like in Apogee, we've got a real trusted supplier as our business starts to grow. It's very rare that you do get suppliers with the resources and the size of Apogee and therefore HP that are able to do that and want to do that. So it's been great. So if I was to describe Apogee in a few words, it would be dependable, it would be knowledgeable. There's a real great resource of knowledge there, and fundamentally they're trusted because they've done what they've said, and that's really rare that a supplier does exactly what they say and they continue to do that. So some of our future plans and how Apogee are helping us with those, we're looking at areas, as you'd expect, in things like AI and how we can help our team become more efficient with their time. But one big one for us is going to be 3D printing of parts actually of our vehicles on an industrial level. And Apogee, with their sort of printing background, but also their resources at HP, have had some really encouraging early discussions with us about actually how we can start really transforming some of our elements of supply chain.